Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the O Show. Glad you can make it. Appreciate that, conservative. Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Glad you can make it. Tonight's edition of the O Show. Get cozy on the infinite couch. Literally just chilling. Being a star dad. Relaxing on some Starfield. Appreciate that, conservative. Couple things. I've been wanting to try this. The Finnish long drink. But I could only find 5% varieties, and I was like, I'm not a 5% type of guy. So, if you don't know Finnish long drink, I think my cam is high enough res where you can read that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looked good for a sec. It's basically a carbonated canned citrus gin cocktail that the Finnish have invented. Well, they did. A little while back, 1952, they invented this shit. It's very good. I found the 8.5%, the black one. Now this is the worth, so happy to find this. And then conservative will celebrate your subscription with a classic rip here. Just for you, bud. I also think we're going to be giving away a game to one of my subscribers as a result of that, conservative, so glad he did it. Let's determine that now. Shall we? I'll go back to the big cam. This is a good time to figure this out live during the stream. But I'm sure on Streamlabs there's a pick a random subscriber button. Surely. Let's try this. What's the... We're testing things. I think it'll be more fun to do it on Twitter anyway. I'll do it after the stream. But I do want to update the goal for 10 now to give away another game. Thanks for being patient while I play around with this, guys. It's only subscribers, but I think if I like post it on Twitter, it'll be cooler. Does that make sense? So I'll like roll it offline. I think you guys can trust me not to cheat, hopefully. No, right? And then we'll go... Okay. And then that should now... Perfect. We're getting somewhere here. Conservative, do you have Twitter? I don't think so. Alright. I was gonna tweet at you, but you don't have one, so. Let me just make a note. My wife texted me, she said, "Did you steal the tiny baby boy man?" You tell me if I stole the tiny baby boy man. Ooh, he's a tiny boy. Ooh, he's a sleepy man. This is King Darius. He has to lick him dad a little bit here. His star dad. Ooh, big boy. Oh, he lick. He's a sweet man. You can watch your dad game? Okay. That's fine. You may watch. I'm telling her she can't have him because he's on stream. It's an important part. Alright, let's actually maybe do some gameplay.
Noel sure seems worried.
Vladimir! Vlad, come in! Come in! The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
I was just there.
Noel, Starborn, came out of nowhere.
Vladimir, get out of there!
He already left. Said he was going to the lodge. Barrett, he's still breathing, but oh God, all that blood.
Hello, Constellation. Are you there?
Who are you? What did you do to our friends?
They call me the Hunter. And now that I'm here, your part in glimpsing the Unity is over. I'm already on my way. Say goodbye to your friends. It won't be long.
Forget about us. That Starborn bastard is after the artifacts. You can't let him take them. Pack up the collection, move it somewhere they can't find it.
He's right. We need to bunker down here and get those artifacts ready to move. Might need every gun to hold that Starborn off.
What about everyone on the Eye? We can't leave them to die up there.
Can't blame you, but sure could use your help when that Starborn comes knocking.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. I'll get started. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking.
Everyone take cover, now.
Where? Do you really expect them to barge through the front door?
Well, I'm not expecting them to ring the bell.
Could you all keep it down? I'm trying to work here.
You leaving? Gonna barricade the door once you're out. Be able to let you back in.
Walter! Are you all right?
What in tarnation? What happened to Big Walt?
I'm almost done! Just a bit longer! Check the artifact!
We run.
Well, you guys need to abuse combat drugs like yours truly here. All my friends are essential NPCs. I'm getting out of here. Pardon me, excuse me, if I could just potentially. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll be going to the spaceport. Vincent is on drugs, conservative, that's why. He's performance enhanced here. As anyone should be. In the year 2330 and change. Ooh. Carbon dioxide building up in my body. She didn't like it. Conservative says, why would you not be on drugs in these games? In Fallout, I was constantly on Psycho.
We need to get to the eye. Help the others. That Starboard is right behind us. We have to risk it. We could be dying up there.
Oh, I have to show you my ship. You're gonna like this. Shreeps, what's good? Shreeps, glad you're tuned in. Are you available for a crypto broadcast this Sunday coming up? Alright, I can chill for a second. Excellent, Shreeps, glad to hear it. Well, that'll be the plan, bud. What is the smallest fraction of Ethereum I can purchase at once? I think... like, I was gonna get like $200 or $300 worth of Ethereum just for the stream to show it off, and then, or maybe I'll buy a Mondo megabit on the stream. How about that? Ah, I can buy an infinitesimally small fraction of Ethereum. All right, well, I think you can mint a Mondo for 250 if there's any left. 250-ish is what it's at. So. We'll mint the Mondo Megabit, have a little Sam High collectible, and hey, it might be one of those ones that winds up being worth a couple F. But this Sunday coming up, we'll do a crypto broadcast. I'll clip it up. Baby's first crypto. If you can teach a pothead like me, you can teach anybody. Appreciate that. Now, my ship. My ship started as a Galileo, then I've modded it. I need to level up my character more before I can really go wild. But I did name it after my cat. Look at this fucking thing. So these are extra engines I've added and kind of the structure to support it. It's got the best shield generator I can do. It's got the best reactor and grav drive I can do. I've added quite a bit of additional cargo space here and here. It's got twin linked autocannons, a pulse laser to remove shields and missiles. And I'm thinking about adding more weapons. These engines came on the Galileo. They're better than I know how to build right now, so I haven't fucked with them. And then this is an engineering berth that lets me have an extra crew member. I have more crew than I can actually command right now, so this ship's not even at full capacity yet. And then down below I have a berth, so there's a place to sleep and get a rested bonus. It rules. I love it. And it looks fucking sick, I think. Can I travel to the eye on this map? Yes. Shreeps. I see you have a Twitch Prime and that you're not subscribed to the O Show. You're definitely missing out. Conservative was the 5th this evening, so I'll be giving away a game to one of my subscribers of choice, random, on Twitter later. If you want to have a 1 in 6 chance of a free game of your choosing, subscribe. If we get up to 10, I'll do the same thing, give out 2 games. Or if you want to get really fancy with it, you can be like, Davo, pick out a game for me, and I'll ask you a couple questions and send you a game. It's one of the best investments you can make on Twitch.tv right now, Shreeps, so. As a fellow financier here, just telling you, now's the time to get in. The price already went, your odds already got worse just now. So you want to get in now before it's too late. Technically, if I gave it away right when it happened, you wouldn't even have this opportunity. So those are just some of the sales points to consider. See what's up with old Vladimir at the eye. I'm worried about him. STARDAD's growing on me. Allow me to link this real quick. That's a fundamental tenet of the O Show I'm trying to hang on to, is share the link. So it'll just take a moment. Seth Zintak. You probably watched him already. If you don't, you should. He has a quite critical review of Starfield, and he does excellent videos in general. Very tongue-in-cheek, very offensive, but part of his tongue-in-cheek star slop, he calls it, review, is he does mention that this is a good game. They're a game for dads who have only a few hours to play. They want to experience something, da-da-da. And of course, it was somewhat critical, but also true, and one of the reasons I enjoy this. Because I can, you know, jump on here at that amount of time, get some enjoyment. Before we fiddle faddle, guess I'm just low on aid items in general, aren't I? Well, a bummer. Uh-oh.
Hey, Barrett. Barrett, can you hear me? It's Sam. He's got one foot in the pearly gates already. It's over. We're gonna find all those artifacts. Okay, Barrett? We'll solve this mystery, I swear. He's gone. Come on. Let's get going. There's no changing anything now. Hey, don't think about it too much. Give yourself some time.
Oh, thank heavens. You're all right. Bad habit. I'll be all right. Go and help the others.
Well, good, Sarah, because as annoying as you are, your astrodynamic skill is quite beneficial to the crew. Shreeps, you say like Diablo 4. Do you mean the dad shit I was saying? Where you can jump on and get a dad amount of shit done? Oh, the big boy sleeping. Oh, he sleep. This is he was a street kitten from Atlanta, Georgia. And my wife's cousin had him. And he was too wild for her. So I adopted him. And he's still somewhat wild. But he responds well to the Alpha Devo energy. And behaves quite a bit better for me. I think he doesn't do quite well with other kitties, but we just have a dog, so he does fine with that. And he lick him dad, of course, like a sweet boy. Dad Oblo 2 says Shreeps. I played it when it came out. I had multiple max level characters, so it definitely was Dadablo.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting.
Lurkers, I see you lurking. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. I can see everyone sitting on the infinite couch.
No tears for the old. Got the others to worry about.
I'm a big fan of Vladimir. I like Sam. I like the dark-haired former House Varun chick whose name I can't remember. May or may not have just tried to loot Baron, okay? Her. Andreja, she's like my go-to companion.
He came out of nowhere. Thank you. I don't think I can move right away. But I'll make it. Go on.
It's interesting, you mentioned Final Fantasy XIV earlier, conservative. I've been considering giving it a whirl as my next game. Watched a lot of Never Knows Best. And
Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness. Where's Barrett?
He's gone. We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure.
Josh Strife Hayes as well. Never Knows Best. Josh Strife Hayes. They have a lot of content about MMOs and analyzing them and the history of MMOs and stuff. These I won't link because it's like their whole channels. But MMOs conceptually rule. As a genre, suck right now. There's like not really a MMO that's like S tier, you could say. Part of it, man, I think people are just different. People are just not trying to like chill and have that type of experience anymore, I don't think. I think that's part of it. Like, it's not, can't like make the game, like it's not the game's fault. People just be different. I think that's part of it. Shreeps asks if I try WoW Ascension or Lost Ark. Neither. I did see a video. Oh yeah, Lazy Peon is another good one. The Lazy Peon on YouTube. Never Knows Best. Josh Strife Hayes. The Lazy Peon. Check these out on YouTube. They're huge. You know, I'm not helping them out, but helping you out. He has a video mentioning that the best MMO to play right now is actually WoW Classic Hardcore. He has a great video about why, and I agree with it for the most part. But Final Fantasy XIV kind of has always intrigued me. Right now, if you're in the MMO market, it has by far the most players in the world. And from everything I've seen, is a solid ass game. Conservative, being a professional Final Fantasy XIV player, could tell you more. He says he gets high and tanks dungeons in Final Fantasy XIV on edibles with his wife, so I like that. My wife, big fan of edibles herself. But maybe conservative can comment on this. It seems like that game is a single player game with MMO elements, which is fine, and I bet it's good. But to my understanding, that is what it is. Which may or may not be what you're looking for, right? I'm gonna have a little ripper here. Join me, please. Appreciate everybody tuning in. The O Show, you can count on the Infinite Couch Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern or so for a while, a couple hours, hour or two. Once I get consistent with that, we'll have some bonuses, but so far so good. We haven't even breached, you know, all the top. That's one of the beauties of the O shows. Dave O can give insightful comment on truly almost anything. Recently, I've been doing a lot of USC betting. That's very fun. He says Leveling Up Process is a single-player story-driven game with some MMO elements. Reminds conservative of The Secret World. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It's like not bad, but not exactly what I'm really trying to do. I think I'll play a lot of Starfield. That's the thing. You know, full STARDAD mode. With so much limited time to game, it's really just one game at a time. And Starfield's gonna have so much to enjoy. And then, if not that, I've been craving Elden Ring again. The Elden Ring's got DLC coming. I mean, between Starfield and Elden Ring, I don't really see me playing anything else for a while. So if that makes you pucker, you should probably, you know, exude. Should we go? How good is the borderless windowed on Starfield? Hey, you gotta give them credit. The borderless windowed a lot better. Well done. Conservative says it's not going to scratch a hardcore MMO itch. But it's not trying to be that. Feels. I don't even know if I'm looking for hardcore MMO though. I think I'm just looking for... For me, MMOs thrive on either PvP, required crafting interactions, or both. I like stuff that makes the players have to interact in like meaningful ways, as like kind of a main focus, right? So like old WoW crafting is a good example. EverQuest 2 crafting is actually oddly a good example. Shreep says WoW Ascension, you can pick any abilities and talents, make type of character you want. I think I have seen that actually. I've never played it. Very interesting concept. Seems potentially wildly broken. Is it wildly broken? Let me know.
Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, He probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
Yes, finally, I have all the artifacts to myself. Treeps also says, Lost Ark, I gave up because there's no one else in the world to do events with. I was like sitting here trying to think, and I literally know nothing about Lost Ark other than the name. At first I was like, that's that Amazon one, right? But nah, that was New World. I have an outpost on a moon, but it sucks. It's really got nothing going on. So definitely want this thing on my ship. Could do a little interior ship tour. So due to the size of my engines, we have to dock here at the top. And I've got portholes everywhere possible. Maximum enjoyment. My shield generator. We're looking at the rear of the ship right now. The engines are to the left and right of us when we're facing this way.
We can't lose.
Then that's it.
We're not supposed to lose.
You want to disembark, you go down here. You want to take a nap, you go down here. We might just do that, in fact.
Alright, let's get back to it.
JC, what's good? Thank you for tuning in. Shreep says Lost Ark plays like Diablo but in a beautiful Unreal Engine anime world. But it's too grindy at in-game, and it's pay to win. But JC, the all-time Infinite Couch champion, points out that it is Korean after all. There'll be a good MMO and a resurgence in the years to come. I can feel it. We'll all be playing it together. I wasn't paying the best attention when it told me. I know it involved my cockpit. And then what? I'm gonna ask the friendly internet, okay? Simply check the panel to the right of the pilot seat. Now, you know, feel free if you're a Starfieldian at any point to tell me what the fuck to do, but I'm not role playing here. Is this thing? Ah, I bet it's this thing. Aha! I figured out my own 2 brain cells left. Give it up one time for me. JC says regarding MMOs, quoting Josh Strife-Hayes, who we were just talking about, as well as Never Knows Best and the Lazy Peon. The problem for old farts like you and me is all MMOs now are theme park MMOs, but we're looking for a more sandbox MMO. Yes, that is an essentialization of the issue, indeed. This is how you do it, boys and girls. Build it in chip. So now it is inside of my grav drive, but the Starborn will be more likely to attack ya boy when in my ship. That's fine. I like it. We figured it out.
Life in all its many-colored glory.
JC, my theory, which you may not agree with is that people are different. Not necessarily that we need X, Y, or Z game. It's that the way folks interact now is, for the most part, different. Particularly of gaming age, let's say. And I don't know, I guess most people who play games are older. In any case, people are different. So MMOs are, it's just never going to be exactly like that, you know. It's not necessarily the game so much as it is the people playing it. A game is a waste of time, right? Ultimately. In games, there are built-in progression systems that feel good and release dopamine.
Witnessing a nerf has an overwhelming effect on mental state. I am afraid there are no immediate solutions to employ.
However, fundamentally, the game is still meant to be enjoyed. But you want to feel progression, right? So something like sitting around in the East Common Lands tunnel in EverQuest and bullshitting and seeing what different equipment people come through wearing and whatever. Trading, of course, the main thing. That's very inefficient. There's no progression. So you're wasting your time. And even though a game in and of itself is a waste of time, people like to trick themselves that they're maybe not wasting their time. It's very intriguing. I think people are different. So no one would do that type of fun stuff anymore because it's suboptimal. I was a prophet with Optimo Gromalog. If anyone remembers him. Might have to bring him back one day. Probably one of the greatest Elder Scrolls characters of all time. Oh my.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
One hour of O Show already, ladies and gentlemen. We did get 5 out of 5 subscribers earlier, so that isn't going to be a free game. I'll be giving out on Twitter. The lucky subscriber. Appreciate that, Conservative. Thanks for being the 5th one.
Never thought it would come to this.
Then if we get up to 10, do the same thing. I am doing it based on sub points, so if you're crazy enough to get a higher tier subscription, it will count extra. But now's the time to subscribe. I'll give you a 1 in 6 chance of a game of your choice, or if you want my choice, and I'll give you a full price game. I won't shortchange you. I'll try to pick something you would like. Glad you're here. Make sure you're following and subscribed everywhere. Appreciate it. Trying to be live consistently Sundays, 9 p.m. Give you a couple hours here. Let's go full screen. You don't want to waste the beauty here. We'll do a little, a minor break. I'm just going to walk to the kitchen in a second. But first... Are we going back to back? I think we might be. JC says, might be people, might be changes to internet culture, but sandboxy MMO less prevalent or less profitable. That's a big deal for MMOs that have to pay for server architecture. All highly true. I think for old nerds, if they want a cool sandbox MMO, they need to put their money where their mouth is, kickstart it, which they've tried to do, and gotten ripped off. So that's like, the well is highly poisoned. So maybe a developer rolls the dice. But in any case, that's the first hurdle. And then the second hurdle, I think old nerds need to put their money where their mouth is and pay a $15 plus monthly sub. That's it. You want what you're asking for. It's going to cost you $15, $20 a month. That's it. No negotiation available. Be back pretty quick. What up? It is the O Show. Thank you for your patience. Hope you took care of yourselves. I know I did. Let's check on my wife. She's unbelievably stoned. Off a edible, like we were talking about earlier. That was funny. She's stoned in bed watching Ghost Hunter TV shows, which is hopefully healing her bronchitis. Got another long drink here to enjoy. I'm off tomorrow, boys and girls. Buzz one up, then we'll settle in for a little more STARDAD. Are any of the couchlings playing Starfield or just watching vicariously? Shreeps, I don't even know what Dreamhaven is. Sounds Korean. Now this is a tricky one. Sorry, it's like feels like it took a bunch of bong rips or something. Do you ever get that feeling in your sinuses? Like you took a bunch of bong loads? Shreep says Dreamhaven is a new company by the old Blizzard CEO. And then the guy who made Dark Age of Camelot made a Kickstarter, but no progress in 10 years. Damn, I'd put a fork in that one. The PvP set. I don't know if that's what people are really like. I love it. I'm a PK since day one. But Warhammer Online was like a really solid realm versus realm type deal, and while there was a time that Warhammer Online had a wild amount of players, it was very short.
Hey, maybe we should get back out there? Staying at the lodge feels...
Constellation has suffered losses before, although none quite so violently.
Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
It's a good Operation Ivy song.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him? It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
Well, that's convenienter than all hell.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it.
I need to inventory all our equipment and other odds and ends for damage.
Sure, things will feel safer. But we have not been attacked again.
Pardon me?
I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. You told me that fun was important. I assumed you were joking and dismissed it out of hand. But, having thought about it, I wonder now if you were right. Or at least, if I were too quick to reject the idea. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary. That there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. Thank you. I have always believed, no, hoped, that is true. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet...
See, you think that this NPC has her back to me and should be looking at me. This is immersion, okay?
No, that is not what I am trying to say. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence.
This is actually a good look, though. I like it, the over-the-shoulder thing. It's cinematic as fuck.
This is true, but I have only experienced my own. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. Under different circumstances, I might find that insulting. Perhaps you and I both need to reconsider what is important. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. I appreciate that more than you know.
Alright, Lord have mercy. They're throwing items at me and this and that. Oh boy, I love adaptive frames.
The lodge feels a little colder than it used to. I keep whatever you... Finally, I've been waiting.
Looks like it's tag you're it, Andreja.
Tag indeed, Sam. We will see you later.
Things are gonna be rough for a while. Lodge has wounds that need healing.
Andreja kind of looks like my wife, so I have a biased companion selection here, and I'm here for it. Imagine Andreja with like a thick southern accent. I know, right?
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Alright, so I feel like my crew has been fucked up here now. He's assigned to the ship, which is very good. Piloting and payloads are very good. Astrodynamics. And I think I have a laser on there. So she'll be assigned to the King Darius. And then Vasco has shields, so he'll be assigned. Then I don't. So then at my one shitty outpost, got some good outpost skills here. And then a medic. Mostly for swag, I guess. Doesn't really do anything. I don't think I have enough command clout to have her on my ship as well, or do I? I don't think there's nothing she would help on the ship anyway, so there's no point, right? If she's my companion, she's gonna follow me anyway, right? Cool. I like it. So I don't have to like fuck with getting everyone back as a companion and doing them as crew and everything. Cool. Well, we'll kind of chat everybody up here.
We can pay to fix the damages, but, well, some things are irreplaceable. Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate my soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since.
Well done, Walter. Cheers to the couchlings. The lurkers.
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested?
Are we done chatting, couchlings? Is that over? That's fine. I just need to know.
Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done.
Who plays Walter Stroud in Starfield?
Armin Shimerman. According to IMDb, Armin Shimerman, Walter Stroud.
It's this motherfucker. This guy. I should have made him look like him. Big Armin.
I'm not getting any younger here.
Please clip that, someone. That'll get us 10K subs right there. That was a good one.
I did not. Part of the problem is that my designers seem to be having trouble agreeing on a plan. I should mention that you're not there to make design decisions. You're there to get the project back on track and help guide them. So, ideally, you're not adding to the problem.
Damn, bro, that's wild. Shreep says he was on Seinfeld. That's crazy. And now you're in a game, buddy. Now you're in Mario.
Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point.
Jules Degante.
They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Always vibing some Stroud Eklund action. I actually felt so Stroud Eklund, he runs the company with his wife. She's such a girl boss, she kept her last name. But their dialogue in the game is pretty cute. Boys, why do people hate on Starfield so much? I don't get it. I mean, so like, here's my theory, which is very cynical, is that I was talking to actually my boss about this, like, nerds always be expecting a life replacement simulator because, I mean, we'll just say there's a lot of people out there that have an insane amount of free time for one reason or another. And they're out here like trying to find a game that can keep up with like playing 100 hours a week or whatever, and like that's just not gonna happen, right?
We'll be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs.
So that's one element
trauma.
of what I think generates the hate. And then another part is like it's a life replacement thing. Like, so not only is it like how can you keep up with that amount of free time, but I guess people are looking for like way too much out of a game. I don't know. Goes back to that philosophical take we were having earlier about like a game should be a waste of time, so why are people so concerned about being hyper efficient in MMOs? Like, similarly, like if you look at old game pros and the way they review games, it's like it's definitely on the other side of maybe not critical enough, but it's certainly looking at a game as a game instead of like a life replacement alternative.
Captain,
What does your scanner reveal?
Well, my boy, I'd like to fast travel to my own ship. I think I need to look down. Yeah, there it is, over there. Part, nope. Nope, not you either. Not her. The King Darius, please. Thank you. JC, is that a clip of the burp? Sick, bro, thank you. Appreciate you, man. I think JC, I mean, you know this, but I like to brag on you. I think you're the highest contributor financially to the O show ever, all time. Which is fully unnecessary. But it is highly appreciated. For instance, when I'm like giving away a game or something. Do I have 60 bucks to throw away? Sure. Is it cool to pay for things you enjoy? Yes. I'm big on that type of shit. I have, you know, a zillion people that I'm giving like $5 or $1 or whatever, 7 to, you know, huge and small. You know, Sam Hides to homies. I'm big on that. Alright, I want to talk to Sam. And then I want to see if I have any new ship parts I can play around with my new skill points here. Sammy! Don't look at the video game character. Yep. At the dumpy. Don't look at it.
Hi.
Calm down, talk to a child, relax.
A brief history of time. If you find any edition, any at all, I will be your friend like forever.
I do like the book collecting. It's very cute.
It's good to be out and about. The lodge gets stuffy sometimes. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined?
Streeps, you feel like people have gotten too good at games. Again, like, I don't think that's really an issue. None of it's an issue. I think it's the perspective's different. People are Optimo Gromalogging too much. Maybe in multiple aspects of their lives, but definitely in video games. It's good to be efficient, optimal. But you can't be so efficient, optimal that you optimize out the enjoyment of something. Very fine line. All things in
This is
moderation,
kinda fun.
including moderation,
Well, kinda.
including efficiency. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to the infinite couch, bud. Co. Alright.
Yeah, but no autographs, okay? I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Ko and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him. I am. And I'm not. Yeah, there was a time, well before Korra, where it really weighed on me. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Korra to... I don't know.
It is indeed JC. The Sam Co. Descendant of Solomon Co. Founder of Aquila City.
Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Korra, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Co. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Well, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that?
Oh shit, it's JC Co. Well, good news, brother. Your descendants are gonna be space explorers. I won't flirt with your great grandson though here. It is the year 2330 something.
You say the damnedest things. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing. When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
We just talked. We talking again?
There needs to be a bigger word than thanks. More than gratitude. And whatever that word is, I'd feel that way towards you. I'd be dead. Flat out dead if it weren't for you. You and me both. Truly. I gotta ask. Why me? It was an impossible situation. And if it's wrong to ask...
Oh, you
sorry,
over Barrett
but
because you're less annoying
keep me up at
marginally.
Barrett's been in Constellations so much longer. He's more veteran, probably smarter.
Is there a you're marginally less annoying option?
But his is over.
Yeah, just hit him with the, you know what?
That is being honest. For my sake, for Korra's sake. Thank you. How are you holding up? Are you okay?
Fucking chilling, bro. Just focus on the mish.
I wish I could focus like that. That Hunter bastard's gotta pay. Pay big time. I don't care if he's starborn and indestructible. We need to figure out a way to take him down. Nobody messes with my family like that.
Shotgun works pretty good.
Well, it's time to show them that we ain't just worthless chips on the table. I just want you to know, I'm here for you. The only way we're gonna get through this is if we all lean on each other. Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
All right. Listen, JC, okay? The denizens of the Starborn universe here in the year 2330 something. What is the actual? What's the date? Can we see the date somewhere? Probably not. I think you only can if you sleep. No internet. We have all this. We can fly through space. No internet. Okay. Like my ship though? I made it. It started as a Galileo, but now it's the King Darius.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing
2330. Okay, cool. I mean, I kind of thought it was, but didn't want to talk entirely out of my ass. It's extremely important to get your video game facts correct on your video game stream. If you don't, who knows what could happen.
I'm thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers.
I have a 500 credit bounty with the United Colonies, I think, but they don't seem to mind. Maybe it's so low. It's like I don't have a warrant. I don't know. Oh yeah, conservative, when you complimented me on the swag. You know me, I always go for functional swag. So let me show you. Not only do I be looking good, the black leather gives me plus 5% persuasion chance and 20 physical resist. Then my implants give me plus 10 diplomacy percent. So
World systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
people are always like, swag, no stats. I'm like, no, you find the optimal limit break between the two. There's an amount of stats I'll sacrifice swag for, and there's an amount of swag I would sacrifice stats for. This, pretty damn top tier on both fronts.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
How did you know I have two minds?
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Lads, I think, and ladies, I think that's a good stopping point for tonight's show. A 2-hour edition. We're just getting back into this, doing about going live on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a few hours here. Complete dad core. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's do a little final binger here to see everybody off the infinite couch. Be live again next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to follow here on Twitch. On the next show, Big Shreeps will be joining us. Be setting up a crypto wallet, buying one of Sam Hyde's NFTs, Mondo Megabits, and some more Starfield gameplay. Might see a manifestation of the Infinite Couch during the week, so be sure keep your eyes peeled. I always tweet it out. Let me drop a couple links here for y'all. I will be giving out a game to an show subscriber on Twitter after the show. Since we did hit 5 subscribers earlier, thanks to Conservative. Appreciate you, bud. Let's do a little raid here. In case you're trying to continue your Twitch experience. The titty streamers on Twitch have gotten wild. Well, I'd love to send you guys over to Slow Beef He's actually playing this Lethal Company new game, but still banned, so can't do that. Val Dudes is doing a little live DJing. That's not something you see every day. This is a cool guy and he smokes a ton of weed. Go check him out. Check me out. Sunday coming up, 9 p.m. Eastern, or maybe during the week. Be sure to follow to find out.